goodness. Okay. Yes, sir. I know where to find you. All right. Man. We don't have to be the Brady Bunch. What are you like? We don't have to agree. We have to like each other. But we need to respect each other. And yeah, okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're making that one public too. We're making all things public today. All right, so public, yes, sir. And there we are. Um, this is really educational. Uh, I mean, again, okay, so I'm watching myself, right? Maybe it's cognitive dissonance. Maybe it's that, right? Maybe there's a part of myself that just can listen to myself so far, so many years back and just agree with everything just because it's me. Maybe it's me just agreeing with myself, which would be bias, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know, but I do. But so far, I'm like, okay, so there are values and principles that I've stated and about my ideas about racism, what it is, how it works, and who is or isn't during those times. They still hold water, number one, and number two, like it's weird. Like it's weird. You know what this is like? If you've ever like created when you were a little boy or girl, or created a time capsule, and you would write things about the future or write things about yourself, and then you would bury it, and then maybe 10, 20 years go by, and then you dig up the time capsule and you read what you wrote back then, right? And then you wrote to your future self. So that's what this is. That's what YouTube has become for me on my 17th year anniversary. What we're going through right now is my time capsules that I buried in the earth, or just the earth of YouTube, and now we're digging up these time capsules and reading what I wrote to myself, right? Well, not to myself, to the world, right? Back then, these were public videos. They did get views and they did get comments, but they didn't go. They didn't really go anywhere. I mean, some of these were 88 views and things like that. But that was back then, right? I mean, people had a lot more entertaining stuff to watch back then. So YouTube was kind of like I guess it still is kind of therapeutic for me in order to get my ideas and express myself about society and all that. But so yeah, so 17 years. Let's keep going. There are about I believe in total I have 63 videos. I am going to release all 63 videos. I do want to go ahead and watch all of them as a reaction, but I'm not going to do that all in one sitting. I'm just not. I'm going to go up to an hour, and I'm going to see if I can grab a batch. So basically, I'm going to just batch them. You'll see this video, you'll see this video to a completion, and you'll see another video to a completion. There's a series that I have like 4 parts. So I'll do a video and discuss like the 4 parts. And there's one that's there's okay, so some of these videos have like 1 or 2 parts, only because remember back then YouTube was 10 minutes. 10 minutes was it. So I have a lot of part 1, part 2, part 3. So in one sitting I'll do the part 1, part 2, part 3, because I do want to make a stream that captures all the context of all the parts of the video, and that you understand what my mindset was back then. So without any further ado, the next, let's see, racism in America. So Scott Roberts responded to me. So this is the response to Scott Roberts. This is March 24th, 2008. The presidential election, I think, is still happening. That's the context here. I believe Roberts identified himself as a white nationalist, which was, I mean, he identifies himself as a white nationalist on his videos. But if that is not the case today, then I hope um, identify him correctly. If he is or isn't, I don't know if that's the case or not. 20 years ago, he identified. So I'm 43. He's got to be 40 something. We may be different people than we were back then. So I'm gonna again say this was almost 20 years now that he identified. So that's the context of the response on my video. Let's see. Let's see. Is part 3 good yet? I think it is. Okay, so all right. Let's load this up here. There I am. There you are, and here we go.
All right. Mr. Roberts, you were kind enough to respond to me, so I'm going to respond to you. That's what I'm here for today. I haven't responded in a couple days because been busy running around, got stuff going on over here. So I heard your response. I heard it again today just to fresh up, and it appears that on the words that you were reading about menacing, whether or not I skipped over it. Now, at the time, I guess it just wasn't in the forefront of my mind. So it appears that I did skip over it. To pose a threat to one another, basically, is what menacing is. And you find it to be against whites, like as if whites pose, a threat to blacks, and that's pretty much what it looks like you got out of it. But during that sentence, the whole idea behind that sentence was the fact that he was comparing two races, black and white, how they were, how love was even tarnished in the context. So I don't know how you got a racist or black supremacist point of view on that. I mean, I really don't. And the fact is, it is a book that he wrote uh, from his experience growing up in college, from boyhood to college, what he's learned, what he thought was happening around him during that time, and the lessons that he learns growing up, being mixed. So for him to say that alien apart, alien menacing and apart, you know that's basically true. I mean, there's nothing false about it. Two races, black and white, no matter what you do, even in references to love or just being civil to each other, they'll always look at each other that way as an alien menacing apart. Pretty much, a white person will never know what it's like to be black, and a black person will never know what it's to be white. And yeah, they do pose a threat to each other. You see, I mean, that's just a feeling you get, a gut feeling you get. Pretty much, I don't see. I mean, you obviously have that feeling towards blacks. I obviously have some of those feelings towards whites, but I don't take it out on all white people, and neither does Barack Obama in his book, even though that's how you claim it to be. See, if you were listening to, Reverend Wright's, what he was stating up there, where his rhetoric about blaming the government and basically for bringing war upon itself due to the 9/11 attacks. Nothing that he said preaches to me that he wants to go out and kill all white people. So to make that comparison that Barack Obama's church is in any way, shape, or form calls to bring harm to anybody or cause to just hate a single race, it's just absolutely false. I mean, you have no real evidence of this. All you have is the opinion of one reverend who no longer speaks at that church. I mean, you believe the whole church to be racist because of their statements in being dedicated to Africa, being dedicated to blacks being for uniting instead of black on black crime, what have you. So whatever you see there at that church, or whatever you interpret, how it is or what goes on in there, that's just going to be your interpretation, and there's nothing that anyone can say or do to preach to you otherwise. So I can just leave that. I'll just leave that subject dead. I mean, you can think that it's a KKK church all you want for blacks, but it's not. I mean, there's not one member of that church that has gone out and harmed white people and have gone to church that following Sunday proud of it. There's, there's just no evidence of what you're saying, which is basically it's a black separatist church and that it's racist and that the whole church is racist, and that the reason why Reverend Wright spoke there in the way he did years ago, mind you, was that just to prove your case that Obama is a racist and he does believe these things that the pastor says, even though he, you and I both know Brock says different, he says otherwise. But that's not what the church believes as an organization. One man does not speak for 8,000 people who attend there. He can say whatever he wants, but to agree or disagree is up to the person that attends that church. You can go to the KKK church all you want and believe in what they believe or not. I mean, you can go there just to be curious and find some information. I'm not saying that that's what Barack Obama did here. He went to that church for 20 years. So he must have gone there for a spiritual reason. I mean, just to go to a church and hear rants on 9/11 is not why people go to church on Sundays. People go to church on Sundays to believe and to follow the teachings of the Bible. So if, I mean, you just neglect to either mention it or see it, that Reverend Wright makes comparisons to the Bible to what's going on in today's U.S. politics compared to biblical times, which is what most churches do. They'll take a passage out of the Bible, or they'll take something that's happened a long time ago in biblical times and apply it to today's society and politics around the world. With Katrina or Indonesia or earthquakes in Thailand, things like that. They take out of the Bible, they compare it to what's going on today. And, yeah, most of them scream Armageddon or the end of days, things like that. I mean, I personally don't have those beliefs. I really don't care. I mean, the world was supposed to end 10 or 20 times already, and it hasn't. Still here, still turning. And then there was the Y2K scare. I mean, churches can say what they want about Y2K and, how every machine was going to shut down and how we were going to revert back to dark ages. As you can see, that's not true. I have a webcam and a microphone, and here I am broadcasting on YouTube. So, yes, I do believe Obama does believe in the church's statements and what it stands for, because obviously it's a church that does things with the community, such as organize, help people find jobs. It doesn't discriminate whether you're intelligent or not, or whether you're rich or not. Church is there for you to go to. Doesn't seem to discriminate really on much. It's just a community it's just a place in the community to help the community out. It's one of the only places that'll, do these selfless acts, helping homeless people, helping steel mill workers find jobs, things like that. So, yes, I do believe that he was a part of those good things and that he went there because they do such good things. So, out of the 20 years that he's gone there, you have a pastor who, screamed some, inflammatory remarks after 9/11, and all of a sudden you scream racist, like the church has been racist, it's founded on racism, it knows nothing but racism, which is absolutely false. All you have are a bunch of video clips that one pastor made at this church stating about how the U.S. government foreign policies have brought war, upon this nation, or, how it's basically we brought 9/11 upon ourselves. And to take that, because it's, kind of anti-American, and, there's a lot of people who believe that 9/11 was something that we brought on ourselves. And you can disagree with it all you want. I mean, that's fine. That's your free right. But to call that idea, racist and and to compare it, to go as far to compare it to the KKK, which actually not only preached hate, but practices it, burns crosses, kills people, and you were afraid of speeches that was given years ago. I mean, I just don't find that holds any water in it. I mean, it's as if you're meant to scare people into realizing that there are churches out there and they're out to get you and they're out to kill white people and we're out to.
There's a part two. I'm moving it now. Here's a part two. Yeah, yeah. Apparently so. They're out to get you. They're out to get you. Let's see. Oh, freshly loaded up. And here we check out my hair, dude. Go. My hair.
And they're out to pretty much convince people to hate white people and to blame them for all of our problems in society today, which I don't find that to be true. And I don't find that to be accurate. I mean, all the problems that are going on today are economic problems, health problems, war, house foreclosure, things like that. And those problems have no real color to them. Um, People who run it in Washington are the problem. It's not the common citizen. It's not the common black man or white man. So, just getting off of that subject for a minute, just understanding what the word menacing means changes what? It changes nothing. I mean, blacks will always fear whites, and whites will always fear blacks. Will always pose a threat to one another. Um, Probably no matter what the situation is. So for you to take that and to turn it into, well, he doesn't trust blacks. Well, he must think that blacks pose a threat to him. So when he gets to the White House, the first thing he'll do is round up all the whites and put them in a prison camp or something like that and just execute them, such as Hitler did the Jews. Um, I mean, really, that's what you're afraid of. I mean, that's what it seems. Seems as if Barack Obama is running for a White House, and that he goes to a separatist church, and then he goes to a racist church, and if he's elected president, he'll just make all churches in America racist and separatists, and it'll be pretty much the apocalypse. I really don't see that happening. A lot of people don't see it happening. A lot of people see Obama as a uniter instead of a divider. And I believe the same thing. So we're just gonna probably have to disagree on what interpretations you've come across in your personal experience and my personal experience. There are two different views. I mean, you're going to make those statements that just gonna spit on the guy no matter what. I mean, he can like probably crap out a diamond. You'd still say you still find some way to condemn him one way or another. I mean, it's like there's no black person that's ever going to be good enough, or there's no person that's ever going to be good enough to run the country, except for white people. That's what it kind of sounds like. Because if you had taken a look at the candidates so far, you'd know who the best candidate was to run for president. I mean, you single out Obama because of his church. You don't single him out because of how he grew up, or you don't point out the good things that he's done for his community or for the U.S. Senate or for the laws that he's passed or what he's fought for. You choose to look at him in a negative light. You choose to condemn him because of the church, because of what someone else has said. And you choose to compare this to the KKK, which we all know, all of us, there's no mistaking the KKK and what they mean and what they do. They do harmful things. I don't care if it was 400 years ago, 200 years ago. It's still going on today. And I just don't see a rash or a gang of black people pulling out, a white person, from their house, their kids, and burning crosses and hanging them from trees. I mean, I just don't see that. I don't see them being executed. I just don't see it. So, uh, I guess I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. I mean, you can always post your beliefs and your responses to me. Feedback is always welcome on this. But we're just probably going to have to disagree on many of those things. I mean, I'm sorry, we just had 8 years of a retarded Christian president. This is what you want. I mean, if that's what you want for the rest of your end days and your careers, or if that's what you want to be, if that's who you think should be leading, then go ahead and vote. I mean, vote for whoever you think is best to lead the country. But in my personal belief and many people's personal beliefs, that leader is Barack Obama. So sorry to bust, anyone's bubble or anything like that, but I mean, he seems to be in the lead in the primary today, and I'm hoping he's going to win this nomination so that I can help him do everything I can to help him get into the White House and make some serious positive changes to the country. One of them he's going to probably focus on more than others, just guess, is us being united in probably bringing about economic prosperity, as well as changing the shifts from being an oil-dependent country to an oil-free dependent country, and as well as increasing jobs in the job market, making sure that people are equal. Hopefully affirmative action won't have to stick around much longer. Hopefully people will start to just see each other as equals. He represents something bigger than just the United States. I think he represents something bigger to the world, showing the world that we're not as racist or fascist as a lot of countries believe. So that's not a reason to vote for him. That's just one of the benefits of him being in the office. And the other fact is that he is very intelligent. He knows he has a plan. You can hear his address on national security, Iraq, economy, even races, anything you want. I mean, he pretty much knows what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. And there are going to be some haters out there that just don't care. They just want to sit back and watch the world burn, and which is perfectly fine. So, I'm hoping to, hear some videos from you. That'll be fine. I'm always open. I'm always here to listen. I'm not here to just get my point across and then just say, F you to whoever. I'm willing to hear anybody on this. It's just, if you do want to, accuse someone of, being hateful, or, back it up with more than just interpretation of words, or what you choose to cherry pick from a passage from a book that somebody wrote about their personal experiences coming up. I mean, if you were to tell me or read an excerpt from The Audacity of Hope stating that Obama wishes he could kill a white person, or how he felt resentment towards all white people, and I do mean those words literally because words are powerful, all white people, not just an individual that you deem to generalize as all. That's your interpretation. That's your personal interpretation, and it holds no water. It absolutely does not. A written word is a written word. If you want to put some kind of subcontext into that, that's your own personal business. No one will answer for that. You can't even answer for that. That's just basically your own assumption. So you're going to need to come with more than just that. You really are. If you want to spread some kind of message that Obama's a racist and a fascist and wants nothing more than the death of all white people, you're going to have to come with a lot more than that. Sorry, you just are, because the accusations that you have are just false. I mean, you have nothing real but what's in your mind. You got nothing real tying Obama to a racist, fascist church that wants nothing to do but to kill all white people. I mean, all you have are the words of a Reverend Wright, which don't even support that. It doesn't even support black supremacy or real racism, or even harming people or killing people, or suggests genocide. So yeah, you really got to come with more than that to convince anybody of what you're saying. I mean, a lot of wackos here believe what they want to believe. I'm not calling
Wacko.
you a wacko. I'm just saying. I mean, really, some even believe that he's Irish. So hey, but keep doing your thing on YouTube. I'm here to listen. So thank you very much.
Wackos. I use the term wackos. This is crazy. This is like it's not crazy. It's just it's just a revelation. It's refreshing. Um, you know, so back then, I guess back then, like okay, so during that era, that's how we debated on YouTube. Like we would make a video, we would excuse me, we would listen to whoever was talking, whoever made a video, we would listen to whatever they said. I would take notes, and then I would go ahead and respond in kind. We had no real streaming software back then. There were no um, uh, companies that did real time streaming. You can only stream a live recording, and then you publish the recording. That's the only thing YouTube did back then, and you only published up to 10 minutes. So yeah, so yeah. Anyway, those are the two responses. This is the context of the 2008 presidential election. It was during the primaries. So Barack Obama was winning. He wasn't the nominee yet. I'm a huge supporter. Was supporting him all the way. I was like one of those like hardcore people spreading the message like, hey, you need to register and you need to vote. This dude, this is my guy. This is the guy who's gonna make it like he's the guy we need right now. He's. I'm looking at everybody. No one's. I mean, everyone. There, people are qualified, but this guy. So I mean, he's still that guy. I only wish he could still be leading the country right now. I mean, we need him right now. I mean, we need him back in that White House right now. Talking about a person who needs a lifetime term, it would be him. That's my opinion. But anyway, that's it's about another hour. So another good time to like take a breath. Um, besides, I need to eat. But yo, these videos, I mean, wow. Believe me, we have a lot to get through. We're talking, and I won't, and don't get it twisted. Like, I mean, I'm obviously not going to spend every waking moment today going through all the videos. I mean, I have plenty of time this month to get through each and every last one. So, today, you got two videos in about an hour. So tomorrow's Friday, I'll do another video and go through some other archival stuff and see how you like it. Everyone's not watching right now. This is a live stream and there are no viewers, but at least later at your own pace you can catch up, or you can actually watch at your own pace the actual videos that I released, and then maybe leave a comment there. Anyway, I don't know if comments are enabled on these old videos or not. I'll find out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.